I originally went to Midway Island only to photograph plastic. I had heard that there are thousands of these birds dead on the ground whose bodies are filled with plastic, and I was only interested in the plastic and what it says about our culture of mass consumption. And so I went there just with that in mind, and it wasn't until I met the live albatrosses and fell in love with them that I found kind of the antidote for the horror of the plastic. And I didn't go to film school and didn't know anything about making a film and never thought I would make one. But when I met the live birds and saw the grace of their mating dance and just how amazing they look when they're flying, I realized that to really capture their essence, you have to see them in motion. And so I started the long process of learning how to make a film that can really depict these beings. There's a lot of footage in Albatross that's really hard to be with. You know, footage of birds dying and of dead birds whose bodies are filled with plastic. And for me, it feels really important to face these issues, not as an exercise in pain or shame or to punish ourselves or to feel despair or something like that. But because, as I say in the film, when we engage in that act of witnessing, like when we face the darkness of our time, we feel something. And in that process, a doorway opens. My wish is that students, I want them to gain a kind of a fuller experience of environmental issues. You know, there's lots of really bad news and it's getting worse, faster and faster, and there's this sort of despairing energy around a lot of environmental activism. And that energy, like to me, that's not the whole picture. There is a lot to be sad about, and I don't want to turn away from that. It's just that we can hold in balance all of the bad news and the good news, which is that the world is still a miracle. And we can still live joyful, loving, rich, happy lives. There's a lot to celebrate. And I want to develop the capacity to kind of hold all of that. And that's what I want to pass along to the students, is that however much bad news that humans can ever dream up, it's always held in an envelope of exquisite beauty and the miracle and mystery of our world.